Good morning, everybody. This morning I'm going to be talking to you about the Fondaway Canyon Gold Project. This is one of the most successful drill projects that you've seen in Nevada in the last 3 years. It's a gold project and it has multi-million ounce potential. I mean, with just 18 drill holes, we've doubled the historic resource here. So there's been a lot of work done in the past. You can kind of see there, that's the north slope of Fondaway Canyon. In the foreground on the right, you can see some of the old pits that they used to mine in the 70s and 80s. And it was a really sweet operation back then. They were running a small crusher plant and a vat leach, and they were pouring a gold bar a month here at Fondaway Canyon. And where you see our drill up on the upper right there, that's the location of not just one, but two of our discovery zones. Just our forward-looking statements. So Fondaway Canyon is in an excellent location. It's just northeast of Reno. It's a super quick drive. It's an hour to Fallon, where you see on our right is our core facility and our field office. And within under 2 hours from Reno, you can be at the drill site. So this is a highly accessible, as well as it's a fully supportable project moving forward. Zooming into the project layer, you're looking at an east-west gold corridor. In red, you can see all the surface expressions of the gold. And if you look closely, the circles in brown, those are old open pits that they've mined through the 70s all the way through the 90s. The southmost pit on the left, it was mined in under an 18-month period, and they pulled out 5,000 ounces of gold there. And that equates to about $10 million in today's dollars. And so there's a lot of gold here on surface, and there's huge potential. This is a completely underexplored belt, and Getchell Gold controls the entire gold corridor. What we've done over the last 3 years is we've strictly focused in on the central area, about a 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer zone. So this is just the central area. After 3 years of drilling, and just with 18 drill holes, we've doubled the historic resource to what you can see there. 500,000 ounces in the indicated category at better than 1.5 grams gold, and over 1.5 million ounces of gold in the inferred category at 1.23. And this is just the start. You can see there how many times I've written open on that slide. That's going to be the most overused word I'm going to use here in this presentation, because even after we closed off and published our resource, we've drilled an additional 8 holes through the season, and we've had a perfect record. Every drill hole we've drilled in that central area has hit not just gold, but substantive intervals of gold mineralization. I think our thinnest intercept is about 50 meters, and our longest one is about 200 meters of continuous mineralization. And everything is wide open. It's open along strike, it's open all the way down dip, and it's even open upwards towards surface in certain locations. But how did we get there? In just 18 drill holes. You can see here on the plan map, that's our drill traces. And we've made 2 major discoveries. It's the Colorado Southwest Zone and the North Fork Zone that's about 300 meters to the southeast. And it was really easy. I mean, we started off with 1 drill hole and we hit over 50 meters of mineralization, and we just kept drilling. I mean, wide spaced, about 200, 300 meters apart, and every drill hole hit mineralization. Right now, our farthest, most peripheral drill holes and our drill holes that have gotten the farthest down dip are still as good, if not thicker, than what we see at surface. And so I really want to kind of like the next number of slides are really impactful, and it's really going to kind of tell you the upper potential of this project. I mean, right now, with what we've seen to date, this is a really robust, incredible mineralizing system. We've only touched upon on the start of it. I mean, it's already in multi-million ounces, and it's wide open. And so I think this is one of those projects that has been overlooked in the past, and it has the real potential to become a tier 1 asset in a world-class mining jurisdiction. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pull up a couple of sections to kind of really kind of hit home on the potential of this project. And so I'm pulling about a 150 meter wide section on the Colorado Southwest Zone. And you can see on the left what that section looked like in 2020 before we drilled a stitch. There was a whole bunch of drilling about 300 meters down dip, right underneath the Colorado pit, and a wide open space. Everything that you see that's black right there has not been drilled. Right in the middle of there's a hole that hit 100 meters of about 1 gram per ton gold material. Homestake drilled it in 1985. And another 250 meters away, there was a drill hole that ended in mineralization. So this is wide open. This is what we walked into. And after 3 years of drilling, you can see what it looks like on the right. Like every colored drill hole there, that's gold, mineralization. Greater than 1/4 gram, and we were hitting some 10 gram, 20 gram intervals as well. And it's really favorable because there was an inflection point and it shallowed. Not only did it shallow, but the mineralization thickened. And all we've done is we've just drilled down dip 250 meters. And in that 250 meters, we've doubled the historic interval or the historic resource to where you can see it, 500,000 ounces in the indicated and 1.5 million ounces in the inferred. And that's just 250 meters. And you can see another 250 meters away, we know there's mineralization. There's another 50-meter intercept right there, and that drill hole ended in mineralization. And so this is what our conceptual pit model looks like. You can see how much gold is contained in that pit and how much potential there is on this project to expand that pit just with more drilling. And so what I'm going to do is I'm now moving over 300 meters to the southeast, and I'm going to show you the exact same thing that happened at the North Fork discovery zone. This is what it looked like in 2020 before we drilled. Very nice, 300 meters, 400 meters down dip extent of the mineralization, a lot at surface. But once again, there was a 1/2 kilometer target zone that had not been drilled, and across that distance, you find another drill hole that ended in mineralization all by its lonesome. And so after 3 years of drilling, this is what it looks like. Once again, I mean, it's just incredible. Every drill hole has hit anywhere from 50 to 200 meters of mineralization. You can see how that's blown out completely, the gold right there. And this North Fork zone is one of the highest grade zones that has been discovered in the region, as well as in the 40-year history of the project. And multiple zones, well beyond anything. And this is where our current mineral resource has contained it. So you can see how much mineralization is still to be not only delineated in that pit shell, but just a continuation of following that mineralization, another 250 meters of open area until we know there's solid mineralization, and it's wide open beyond that. And that's why I'm saying, like, where we sit today is just a snapshot of where this project is, and I think this could really develop into a tier 1 asset. And I can't talk about the North Fork zone without talking about the high grade. Again, it's the highest grade times thickness that we've seen on the project in 40 years, and it's comparable. Pull up any of the producers or any of the developing stories in Nevada, and this is highly comparable. It's hugely indicative of a major mineralizing system that we have just tapped into. I mean, you're looking at 10 grams over 25 meters, 17.7 grams over 10 meters, and this is close to surface. So when you think about that pit shell and the mineralization starts at surface, and at the same time you have this huge contribution of this high-grade material close to surface, you could kind of see where this project is going. It's self-evident. I mean, how much gold is there and how much gold you can find and the potential for it. And so what we've done, of course, is we immediately staked more ground. We added 50% more ground. You can see the outline of the open, potential open pit there in the middle. And now we control the entire gold corridor. We don't have any competitors. We can basically grow this resource as large as we want to, just with additional drilling. And so, I mean, quickly in summary, I mean, the mineralization is open. Again, 200 meters of mineralization, and there's nothing drilled beyond it. This is right at surface, shallowly dipping. The northern slope is shallowly dipping. It's a perfect geographic environment for an open pit model. What we're doing at the beginning of this year is we're targeting a preliminary economic assessment. That's going to be our next major milestone come half year. And we're looking at an aggressive drill program to just keep on expanding and building the ore bigger. I mean, we have more targets, more areas to drill than we could probably do this year. That's how good this project is. And then if you believe in gold, and if you believe in what the robust gold market is coming, it's strengthening. I think if you want to look for undervalued gold companies with a real bona fide asset, Again, this is huge. We're active, major milestones. We're drilling this year. We're $15 million market cap. I mean, if you were going to pick any basket of companies, we're in Nevada. This is one of the companies that you should really look towards investing in. And so there's two things I can say with absolute confidence. One, we found a lot of gold here at Fondaway Canyon. And two, there's a lot more gold to be found. So please visit me, booth 808, come talk, and I'll tell you how good this project is. Thank you.